Hey guys, hope you're doing excellent. It's been a quick second since we did a Facebook Live, but we're coming at you from our new office here in the beautiful town of Canmore with the mountains. And I'm excited about this live video. I'm not going to be showing you my whole place here today, but I'm actually bringing on one of our incredible clients who had some pretty incredible results in our program CCI. And so I'm gonna be bringing her on and sharing basically her story of how she went from really small business to a really big business actually. And so as you guys are jumping on here, give me a wave down below. Hope you guys are doing excellent. I'm really excited about this. Deirdre, hope you're doing great. Say hello. Hit me some hearts on the side if you're excited to hear how this transformation, this business transformation happened. And yeah, we are going to be rocking and rolling. So I'm going to go ahead and see if Kelley's on here and then go ahead and see if we can go ahead and get her on this live. So while that's happening, let me know how your weeks went. I know a lot of you guys are from the States, and so happy 4th of July tomorrow. All my Canadians, happy Canada Day as of 2 days ago. We actually got here on Canada Day. And so anyways, I'm gonna walk around a little bit while people are jumping on here, while Kelley is getting on here. If you're watching the replay of this, make sure you comment down below team replay, and you can also skip ahead to when Kelley jumps on here. But I'm just super excited for this. Anyways, well, while we're waiting, I'll show you my office a little bit. So it's not actually that much put up. So we got all the goods here. Got the podcast stuff. I'm loving this standing whiteboard, by the way. It's like my new thing. Incredible art by one of my friends. Yeah, it's a basic thing with a good view. So hopefully Kelley is gonna jump on here soon. Yeah, there we go. So we actually, I'll give you a quick breakdown. The reason that we moved here is, a couple of reasons, like Terry's parents live here, but it's gonna be really awesome because our workplace and our home is in different location. So here is our workplace. We're gonna be working from here, but then when I go home, I actually leave my phone at home, and I actually only take this phone home. So this is my home phone, doesn't have any work on it, so that I'm completely separate from work when we go home, which is so important as online entrepreneurs. As you guys jump on here, give me a wave down below. Hope you guys are doing well. I'm just gonna go ahead and I'm gonna send a message over to Kelley to make sure that she can jump in here. What's been keeping you guys busy? How's business going? What a great idea. Yeah, honestly, it's something I should have done years ago. But so what I'm doing actually is, just give me a question. I'm gonna go and message Kelley here right now. And so basically what I wanted to do this for years, where I have a phone, so I have like my iPhone X or whatever, and that has all the apps for work, for customers, for team members, social medias, marketing, Google Drive, etc. It's all on the phone. And then when I go home, all I have is my normal stuff. And so really excited about that, but let's go on here. Super excited about this. As she jumps on, everyone give her a wave and say hello down below. We'll see if this this ad works for us, and we'll get this going. So awesome. Yeah. No, I'm really excited. I think one of the biggest things as a company, honestly, with the whole like separate work from home, is actually just making sure that you have a great life, not just a great business. Because a lot of people have great businesses, like without a great life, or a great life without a great business, and you want to have both, right? And so that's the one thing that our companies really stands for, and that's why we want to make sure that we're separating that basically so that you can have a normal life with everything going on. So Kelley, I can't get on actually. So Kelley, try to have your phone, make sure you're on your mobile phone and the phone is sideways. I'll try adding you on here again, but make sure that your phone is sideways, and we're gonna jump on here. I'll try that one more time. Make sure your phone is sideways. Sometimes that just needs to be the case for that to work. And we're gonna bring her on. Hello.
Hey, how you going? I'm on, yay!
Amazing.
Good, thank you. Sorry, I'm just trying to adjust it so it will actually sit okay. Bear with me. Quick sec. Oh, nope. Let me. Oh, always the way. It normally sits on the other way. So I'm like, why isn't this working?
Oh,
Here we go. This will work.
how's your morning going? How's your morning?
Right, I'm on. Yes. Oh, sorry about that. I was like, what's going on here? Why isn't it working? What's happening? But I'm here. So, yes.
Fabulous. Just put my headphones in here.
Yeah, cool.
Okay, perfect. Can you hear me okay?
Yes, I can. Yes, I can.
Awesome. Do you actually have headphones, Kelly? It's feedbacking a little bit.
Okay.
Let's get those plugged in. Daniela from Australia. Yeah. There we go.
That's why.
Perfect. Just let me know when those are plugged in.
We're all good.
Oh, there we go. Look at that. Nice
Yes.
audio quality now. Perfect, Kelly. Well, how are you doing?
Thank you. Very well, very well. Excited to be here. Absolutely.
Yeah. Thanks for jumping on. I know it's early in the morning. I mean, it's 7:08, right?
Well, it's actually 6:30, so I did get the times wrong. So I was just like, oh, and then I was like,
Oh, really? Okay,
yeah, so I stuffed up. It's Adelaide Eastern Standard Time, but that's okay. Doesn't matter.
Is that still AEST?
Yeah, I don't actually technically know. I think it is. I
I'm
don't
so
worry about it.
confused.
I just function in my world and my head is down, working my
You're
magic,
incredible.
and that is it.
You're incredible. I just don't get like when time zones are like half an hour off. Like they whatever. That being the
I'm here.
case, I'm excited that you're on. And so
Yes.
let's get to this. So we got a lot of
Yes.
people saying hello, a lot of people saying hello. Awesome. Okay, Danielle just moved from there. Oh, she moved from
Oh, wow, cool.
Adelaide, is that how you say it?
Yes, yep.
Okay,
That's
there you
where
go.
I'm from.
Fabulous. Okay, well,
Yes.
let's dive in. So first of
Yes.
all, just introduce yourself so that everyone watching just kind of gets a little bit more of like, who is Kelly? What does she do? Etc.
Okay, so I am an intuitive healer, and I like to call myself an empowerer because
Yeah.
I'm all about empowering the soul, activating women's souls to bring them back to connect to their, inner psychic.
Right.
It's about, I tend to hustle more for the modern mystic. I'm all heart and soul based.
I like that.
Finding out who they are and what they're about and what their soul purpose is
Yeah.
what I work in. So it comes under the Gypsy Mama brand, it comes under many things. And this is why, obviously, I connected with you, because I had 60,000 followers and I was just fumbling my way through, and I had no clear clarity on where to go and what to do, and had a few money blocks as well.
Totally, for sure. So
Yeah.
no, absolutely love the work you do, by the way.
Thank you.
Very short story before we dive into the other stuff is when we started coaching, I saw you starting to post all these like 11:11 like timestamps.
Yeah.
And the funny thing is, a couple weeks later, I started to see that everywhere, and I was like, I started Googling what it meant, and
my God,
whatever.
millions,
It was really funny. So you brought all this like magical stuff into my life.
Well, it's amazing, because I think what happens is when we become aware of who we are as a person and our soul, the numbers start to pop up, and we get
It's so
clarity
funny,
on our
right?
direction within our business and who we are and
Oh,
where to go
totally.
next.
It's funny because it popped up when we really started to decide that we wanted to move across the country, and when I wanted to start. There's different things in business, and I haven't talked about them at all. I won't for a couple more months, but they started to kind of percolate in the mind. So, anyways, thanks for that.
worries.
But so what I want you to do is kind of give people, and you did a little bit, but give people a bit of a snapshot of where business was at before CCI. And I know you just re-signed, so I think you're in your 4th or 5th month in CCI?
4th month.
4th. Okay, 4th month. So give people a little bit of a picture, a snapshot of what it looked like prior to that, just so that we could kind of get a little bit of that clarity.
Yep. So I had, as I said, 60,000 followers, and I was just fumbling. I didn't quite know what to do with them. I had my fingers in all the pies, let me tell you, and I was hustling everywhere, exhausted, puffed out, not quite knowing what my next move was. And then I was probably earning maybe $2,000 to $3,000 a month, because I actually had a day job as well. And it was just for fun, and it was just a side hustle. And so that's where I was basically started. I'm a Reiki and Seishin master, so I do energy healings as well as psychic readings. So, I'd do a couple of market stalls. I ended up opening a Zen den, and then I'd be booked out 3 months in advance.
Right.
But there was no actual full structure, and I'd do soul sessions, but it was
Yeah.
like, okay, this is happening, but I didn't quite know what I was doing. I was fumbling, really.
Totally. No, and this is, I mean, and this is why we always talk about that. My dream and my vision always is to help the heart-centered entrepreneur, because I truly believe that the people with the biggest hearts, the most pure intentions, oftentimes don't have the structure, the metrics, the systems behind it all to make it happen. And a lot of people think there's a dichotomy between the both, and I couldn't agree more. I think that when you have the proper aligned systems and you're fully like your spiritual self within them, that's what's best for the world.
Oh, absolutely.
And so that's
the
why
energy.
I absolutely love working with people. I mean, I like working with all people, but people like yourself is I really get where you're coming from, because you want to serve people and you have the expertise, the knowledge. Anyways, now I'm rambling. So when it came to thinking about joining CCI, a lot of people obviously think about it, and some do, some don't. What was your reasoning behind, you know what, just taking the leap, ripping the Band-Aid off, or whatever you want to term it?
Yep.
What was your thinking behind that?
So initially, I did the challenge.
Right. Yes.
And yeah, so I was like, I'm going to try this challenge. Really, what have I got to lose? This is not going to hurt me. You know, if anything, it might give me some money. And I earned 4,000 in that challenge.
That's
And
right.
I was like, damn, this is good shit. I need in on this. I was like, okay, this is kind of, because that was really my seed to go, am I meant to work with this? And I don't know whether you remember our first conversation. It was like, you are probably the first male that gets it in my life. Like, I really struggled.
Right.
In Australia, I couldn't find anyone. That men are ego-based and women weren't quite stepping up. So I couldn't find anyone that was on my scale. Like, I had done the website that had 100,000 views. I was sell out my soul sessions with 30 women. You know, I was kind of on that scale where I was right in between, and I knew this is a plateau stage and I can't go to the next level. So for me, the sign up was after our conversation. I was like, he gets it. He gets that it's about the energy that you bring in the business, how you nurture them, how you build the relationships, because that's what I'm all about. I am here to help, you know, and heal. That is it. That is my job. Help and heal one beautiful soul at a time to raise the vibration of the planet. That is my mission statement. So I always focus on that one person, and you get it. It's not about the numbers. It's not about the money coming in. Although it's a bonus, don't get me wrong, it's coming back to the basics of connecting with your clients and your followers. And
I love that.
That was the biggest thing for me by far.
Totally.
After that conversation, I was like, this dude gets it.
Yeah,
He
I
gets
think
it.
it's
Finally,
funny.
I found someone.
It's funny because I've heard that a lot from different females, and sometimes I'm like, am I not a masculine man? And it's really funny.
No,
don't worry.
Don't go there, man. Don't worry about it.
I don't go there, but it's really funny. We attract a lot of females because, I mean, there's a lot of male business coaches who are very type A, dominant, aggressive, and I mean, I just never been that way. I think I've wanted to be that way in the past. But I think this is just the aligned way of me, just very nurturing, very relationship based. And so I love that that's what, in a sense, sold you, because I think that's one of my strengths. So I think that's a good piece. So now, obviously, you did your first 3-month stint of CCI. So let's talk about that first. So your first 3 months, kind of give the overall picture of like, what was some of the things that you learned? What was some of the growth that you saw? I mean, did you enjoy it? Did you hate it? Just kidding. I know what Yeah. So give the first 3 months.
I think the best thing for me is, as you know, I have Cassie as a co-coach. And she is fierce. And I needed someone, hence one of the reasons as well is because you work with a lot of fitness coaches and they are disciplined.
Yes.
But they're too much about look at me out the front and not about what do you need as a person. Cassie is perfect for that. So she really nurtures me in that way. And she knows when to push me and when to pull back. And she knows I'm one of those few people. She says, I know with you, you've got to go with your feelings. If your gut is telling you, I'm letting it run. Whereas anyone else will say, nah, don't worry about it. So for me, in the actual thing, it was more about getting clear structure. That was probably the biggest thing for me. I wasn't fully about the metrics. I get the metrics. I just have numbers in my head that I'm like, right, I want to sell 30 courses and I want to sell this and I want to sell that. I had kind of nailed all the other, but I had too many passion projects. So Cassie was really good at bringing it back to, let's focus on one thing, Kelley, because I like to have 6 plates spinning at one time. because I'm dyslexic for one, so I always am outside the box and I need to keep busy. I thought 6 plates at one time was my strength. When I worked out, I
Right.
wasn't fully focusing on the one thing, and that became one-on-one mentoring, which was part of my challenge. As soon as I did that, I had 20 people sign up in my first month that I just went,
Wow.
shit, this is what they've been waiting for. And she was really clear on creating structure on how to nail these people, how
Yeah.
to get them in my thing. So I was first month going shit, basically going, this system works.
This
Oh
works too
my
good.
God. Yeah. I was like, what the hell have I been doing? I've been snoozing. But I wasn't ready. I realized I wasn't ready until this time. So, yes, I
Yeah.
had 20 people sign up for one-on-one. My income pretty much tripled within the
Yeah.
first sort of 2 months, once I'd kind of got through the calls and nailed it and worked out how am I going to fit all these people in amongst my
Right.
Reiki and that. And I think the biggest thing was about learning to take them on the journey.
Right.
It's about the warm, the hot, closing. I must be honest, I always had this thinking, if I had 100 loyal followers that were my number one cheerleaders, they'll sell for me, and they do. Like, I can go live every morning and they are on there, your course is amazing, this is, like, I don't
Yeah.
have to say or do anything. It comes back to them because
Yeah.
I am on their journeys as much as they are. And that
Totally.
was the best thing I learned. You are riding that wave completely with them as a coach. You every hiccup, you're there with them. Every celebration, you're with them. So, and then she was really good at putting me into, right, let's work on your passive income, which was the course creation.
Yeah.
I nailed that within 2 weeks. She gave me a timeline, and I'm the sort of person I am going to, and that was 51 lessons, 22 videos, never had to record it because it
Wow.
was so soul aligned and exactly what I was meant to do.
Yeah.
And she was like, get out of town. I was like, I know, where have I been? This was exactly what I was meant to do. And you just got to trust in your own magic, I
Yeah.
think. And then, so I launched that 2 weeks ago, and I'm on 27 courses sold, just like that.
27 courses sold. That's crazy. And the biggest thing here, I mean, and I want to quickly mention, congrats on that, by the way.
Thank you.
Like, is we got your one-on-one coaching where basically you were at capacity. And
Yeah.
great. I think you were making over 10K months at that point.
Oh, yeah.
Really, really
12,
great.
Yeah, 12, 13.
12, 13. But a lot of people don't know how to keep increasing their impact and serving more people when their one-to-one time is limited, right? And so for us, it was, and there's different modalities for different people, different ways to scale a business. There's 3 or 4 kind of main key ways. But we decided to do yours was more of the course and then the one-to-one. And you had a really great launch. I think in the month, did you hit something like 30,000 in the month?
I did 32, I think 32,400. My head was exploding. I was like, get out of town. This is bunta.
Oh my gosh.
So good. I was so excited. And I knew, like I know the numbers don't matter, but let me tell you, I worked bloody hard for every single
And probably felt good.
I showed up and I was there for them the whole way, and it felt good. It felt good.
And the best feeling with making good money, and this is something that I've gotten very familiar with, is like when you know the money just means that you're serving more people, it makes the money mean more, actually, right? Because there's a lot of people who make a lot of money, but it doesn't actually impact people, or it's not coming from a heart-centered place. And then it can buy you flashy things, but it's a short kind of thing. Like, it's a gratification versus happiness thing that I've talked about before, which is, lots of money can be gratifying in the short term, but if you're doing it in a way that creates amazing transformation, your clients are selling for you, which, I mean, is one of the keys in a business. If you can have referrals or retention, I mean, it makes your business 500 times easier. So I love to hear that. So now what I want to kind of want to tail this off by asking, if you had to nail it down to one, and often people find it hard to nail it down to one, but if you could, what was the one thing, whether it was in CCI modules, from Cassie, from our group calls, whatever it was, what would you say is the one thing that allowed you to go from the 2 to 4K months to just be like that next level? What was, and I know one thing is hard, but I like to keep it short for the people watching.
Yep. Accountability, I think, was the biggest thing for me. I had no one to bounce off that got it,
Right.
that understood the large scale of things or how to work with it, and to show up each week and go, this is what's happening. What do I do next? How do I deal with this client? Or what's the best thing to handle in this stage? Or what's my next move? I actually had someone that I could relate to and talk to and get it.
Right.
I think that's the biggest thing for me, because it's powerful. Often as business coaches and mentors, we're on our own journey. We're very independent. We
Yeah.
don't like to ask for help. We don't know, do I bring in a VA or don't I? Where do I go next? Where do I put my money? What's the best way? So to be able to have someone just each week to go, I think this is great. I think you need to up your hours in your VA, because I knew what my handbrakes were, but I wasn't willing to
Right.
give them away, and I hated handbrakes. So now I'm like, yep, handbrake, off that goes to someone else. I need to be in creative flow to bring in
Yeah.
the money. Once I created that structure and be able to go to Cassie and say, what about this, this, and this? What about this idea? She's amazing for that and creates a structure
Yeah.
and be able to have the conversation.
No, that's incredible. So two quick things just for all the guys who are watching, just to give a bit of, just kind of, I guess, flesh to the skeleton is, like, our clients often are working with some of our amazing co-coaches. So when she says Cassie's actually the head coach of our company. She's the top dog coach. And so she's incredible. So that's the first thing I want to say. Actually, second thing is, I know Kelley mentioned that she tried out actually our challenge before joining our program, because we love to provide free value, make sure you guys are getting lots of free stuff and making money off of it. So if any of you want that challenge, just send me a message just saying, hey, I want the challenge, and we'll get you over. We have a mini course that I created for that, so we can send that over to you guys who are watching.
Game changer.
Yeah,
Game changer,
and I'm
tell
happy.
you.
I'm happy we can have that there, because it basically social proof for all of that, right?
Yep.
Now, I guess the last thing I want to say, or actually ask, is there's a lot of people watching this that are watching it right now, or will watch it in the next day or two. And I know there's a lot of people that were really hit by COVID and the recession and the different things going on in the world. And maybe they're finding it hard to build a business right now. What would be your piece of advice for those people who maybe are struggling right now, or a little bit like stuck in a rut?
My biggest thing, COVID was my magic. I'm going to be real with you. I was dawdling till then. I had all the opportunities and did nothing. And then COVID hit and I pivoted. And I pivoted and listened to my followers. I actually listened. I learnt what they wanted. I pivoted to online. I made it work, because it's, I'm not one for excuses, but just show up and do the work. There is magic in that. You need to, I am up at 6 a.m. That's my magic hour. I am going to bed. Everyone else is sitting there scrolling at that time, and that is when I'm working my magic, because they are scrolling. So I actually take my time off during the day when they're at work, but 6 a.m. to 9 a.m. I'm working my magic. From 6 p.m. to 10 p.m. I'm working my magic. Use your time.
Yeah.
That's probably the biggest thing. Use your time and show up for yourself.
Yeah.
Stop scrolling and create was my biggest post-it note that I had during COVID the whole time.
I love that.
Lift and lead and stop scrolling and create were post-it notes I stuck around my house.
That's
because
amazing.
I knew there was an opportunity in that magic, and I stepped up.
Good.
Basically.
Okay. Well, if you're
As you
listening, if you're listening to this, change the mindset from whether it's like this is happening to me to like I can utilize this. Maybe you have more time, and maybe you're being forced to do it, and that's a good thing at this point. So thank you for being on, Kelley. Thank you for kind of sharing the different tips and tools that allowed you to see some pretty incredible growth. I think that's technically that's 800% growth in 4 months, which is incredible.
I'm loving it. I love it.
Oh, totally. And I'm the most happy because I've seen the people comment on your stuff who are in your course and who you're in what I'm coaching in. I can tell that they're seeing shifts in their life that they wouldn't have seen otherwise. And so that almost makes me happier than the money you're making. As a business coach, I'm often prone to that. I'm prone to be like marketing the money because obviously that's a big thing that we help people do. But it honestly makes me happier deep down when I see the work you're doing in the world. So I appreciate that.
I think can I just mention about the money? I had a massive money block because I'm a healer and intuitive. So the money block for me was, I'm not worthy of this money. I'm here to help people. Yeah. It wasn't till I shifted, can you imagine how many people I can help with massive money? It was like literally a full switch in my mindset, which opened the floodgates for me. Because there's a fear of success just as much as fear of failure.
Right.
And I was in fear of success. So for me to open and go, I can help and heal so many people on a larger scale, that's why the money was always a bonus. But it opened the floodgates for me to be able to manifest it. So for people that are blocked, check in on your money mindset, man, because you'll find that that's what holds you back in the self-sabotage. More ways than
totally.
one.
Yeah, 100%. Flip it from being, a lot of people think they're taking money from people. I have to think of it like you're giving them the opportunity to change, and especially if you have a good product. Make sure your product is good. This kind of business 101, but a lot of people forget about it. So anyways, I do need to run, Kelley, but thank you for popping on this early in your morning. Thank you for the work you're doing in the world. And I can't wait to see where this business is in 6 months, 12 months, 2 years. It's going to be incredible.
Thank you. Thank you. I appreciate it.
Perfect. Well, guys, thanks for watching. Again, if you want that challenge that I talked about, go send me a message. I'll send you the link over, and you can, you can go follow Kelley. She does great stuff. If any of her stuff connected, make sure you're checking out that course that she just launched. It's incredible. Actually, quickly do a quick promotion about like what's all in the course in case anyone's watching this and is like, oh, I really actually would like that.
Okay, the course is obviously about connecting to your inner psychic, about manifesting your magic. It is about connecting to guides, you know, using your energy within business, absolutely. Because energy is one of your biggest things that radiates from you. People love your energy, they're going to buy from you, as simple as that.
100%.
So that's what it's about. And, you know, obviously using the people that are out there to your biggest advantage.
Yeah, there you go. I love it.
Yeah.
I love it. If that hit anything for any of you guys, make sure you go check out Kelley's stuff. But anyways, I need to jump off. Everyone enjoy your day. Thank you, Kelley. We'll chat soon, okay?